And Mind Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. The title of the video is Have We Seen the Bottom? And the fragmentation of payments is coming. Please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any further videos, and click that like button as you'll be doing me a massive favor. Remembering, none of the information provided in this video is a signal to buy or sell. But first and foremost, we look at the crypto bubbles, and as we can see, we are down one rank to 50 with a market cap of $1.18 billion, currently sitting at $98 at the moment, and we've seen an increase of 0.6% in the hour, and we are down 0.8% in the day, and we are down 1.6% in the week. So we look at the net flow into exchanges. We are up from yesterday, hence we've seen a bit of a price drop, but we still have those Black Friday deals available. And we move over, and as we can also see, the wallets have increased. And as we can see here, we saw a healthy drop below the $100 mark, and we can see further wallet holders with an increase of 118 new wallets overnight, increasing it to that 149,749. We are edging closer to that milestone of 150,000 holders or wallets. And also, 5 days ago, we saw some healthy moves around the $95 mark. And it looks like we have some large buy orders at around $94.7 to $97.5. 95 looking like a great support midterm. Could this be the new bottom? Have we bottomed? And as we can see here, I posted this earlier, we saw this 5 days ago when it had actually gone down to that $95 mark, and then we had that big rise back up. And here is one of the orders at 1.48 thousand quant. And that's a fairly sizable order at $145,000. Now, moving over, I love this tweet from Elon Musk. Actions speak louder than words. It makes sense in all of our areas of our lives. When we put action, we see results. Now, the only reason I'm bringing this up because I saw this lovely video from the Quant team yesterday, and I couldn't not include it within my video today. I thought it was such a great video because it highlights so much of what's going on, the actions that are taking place within the Quant team, which only stresses that actions speak louder than words, and they are actioning. This is what should happen in a bear market. The teamwork, and when this value hopefully will be seen during a bull market. So let's have a watch of this video. If you've already seen it, just scroll along 6 minutes.
Society operates very digitally. We roam the world with our phones digitally. We move easily between countries and everything comes with us. But the one thing that's been left behind is our money. People think our money is digital. We've got internet banking, we've got automatic real-time payments and transactions, card payments. All those things are an overlay of the old money system. When you do a tap on a payment, a lot of things happen in the back end, and linked to that is a lot of parties that have to do things just to make that transaction happen. There's a way to streamline it, obviously, with fraud checks, counterparty risk checks, but there's a better way. If we make it purely digital, in line with society's needs, it removes a lot of the friction, it creates a lot of efficiency, and really provides a new way to use money.
Cryptocurrencies, they're not really money, right? So there's a few things that you have to be money, and one of those is have a stable value. So if you've saved 20 grand, you don't want it to be worth 5 grand the following week because Elon Musk tweeted something, right? So that's mainly the reason why they don't work for this. There's trust that you have in where you store your money, right? You store it with your bank, you trust your bank not to lose it. If you don't trust your bank, there's a compensation scheme because they're regulated. So they're kind of a speculative investment, really. A little bit of gambling is involved in there, but they're not really money.
Central bank digital currencies are inevitable. If you look at all the stats, 80% of central banks looking at a CBDC and what it means, and there's others that are piloting, and there's some that have actually implemented CBDCs. So a central bank digital currency is pretty much a reset of how money should work and how the whole infrastructure should be set out. And so what that means to banks is there is a new form of money. they need to be ready for.
Cash is in decline massively. We've got today's digital money, which is not super smart. It works okay, but there's quite a lot of friction in it. And then we've got things like cryptocurrencies coming up. We've got private currencies from big tech companies coming up. So where we're at the moment, we're at a bit of a crossroads. What are consumers going to be using to pay for things? And CBDC is kind of the answer to that in terms of where do you want to go, right? Do you want your money to be owned by and controlled by random people on the internet, by massive tech companies, or by the government you elected? Today's money it varies a lot, right? In the UK, it's great. We have some of the best payment systems in the world. In other countries, it's not so good. But there's only so much you can do with it. There's no programmability, there's no automation. It isn't very smart, and it's quite fragmented. CBDC promises to add a whole level of programmability and automation to people's money so that they've got a lot more control over what it does and how it works without having to manually touch it all the time.
At Quant, we've been at the forefront of blockchain technology, first starting out by establishing standards for the industry to build the technology. We've created a central bank digital currency platform where all central banks can actually test practically the theoretical concepts of a CBDC and what it means for them. But more importantly, the banks can start integrating central bank technology into their payment systems. One of the projects we've been working on has been with the Bank of England and the BIS on Project Rosalind. We provided the whole platform and the technology by having interoperable CBDCs within the central bank itself, and that was used by industry to test people like Barclays, people like Amazon, people like MasterCard, to test all of their CBDC applications and use cases on top of our platform in a real world setting. So this means they don't have to wait for a CBDC to be enabled. They can actually start testing, integrating, building, and making sure their banks are ready for central bank digital currencies. So what we'd like to do is work with other central banks around the world, but also take our technology to different markets so they can test it with their domestic banks as well. The changes are huge. I mean, we're already seeing the ability to create logic to make money smart, bring out some really powerful use cases that benefit consumers like you and me and benefit businesses, because it really takes friction away. It automates a lot of complex workflows, but it makes your money, your bank account, in your money roam.
If I'm selling you something and you promise to pay me, I've just got to trust you. If it's a CBDC, you can promise to pay me and you can lock the money for me, right? So you can't spend that money on anything else. I know you're good for it. So then I'll send you whatever it is that you're buying from me. You don't pay until you've received it. You look at it, you go, okay, this isn't broken. Martin wasn't lying about it. I want to pay it. You sign for it with a delivery company. Delivery company is connected to the system. That releases the money that was locked in your bank account to me. That principle applies to lots of different transactions.
The whole concept of transforming the financial system is very complex and very difficult to do. What we're doing as Quant is really being the pioneer in this space, making the leap to digital currencies from central banks or to commercial bank money very easy and seamless to do. We're making it easy to integrate into existing systems. Banks can get involved today. They can do a private-public partnership. They can co-create what a CBDC should look like for them. They can have a seat at the table to provide their requirements. And what we do as Quant is really help everyone evolve to a new form of money, to a new form of smart money.
Wow. As said by Gilbert there, we are pioneering in this space. What a great production there. So we move on. We see this tweet from Nava Quamfi. New Quant video highlights Enbridge platform. Some of the world's biggest central and commercial banks part of the project. The Enbridge project focused on CBDC issuance, cross-border payments, atomic foreign exchange, all of which are possible on Quant. And as you can see here, the Enbridge platform as they featured within the video. So that then brings me to a tweet from Miles Bron. He loves goading the Link Marines. Not a good day to FUD Quant. Project Enbridge is going to make Swift obsolete. The funny thing is Quant is at the heart of it. Sorry Marines, game over. And as we can see here, a tweet I tweeted around about a month ago or so, Swift dominance is slowly dwindling. Michael Maybach, CEO of MasterCard, says Swift will not exist after 5 years. Check out Ledger Insights deep dive that also sees Project Enbridge breaking Swift's dominance. And as we can see here, WEF 2022, Swift probably won't exist in 5 years, says MasterCard CEO. And so we have a look. We can see this from Ledger Insights, a deep dive on cross-border CBDC project Enbridge, which could break Swift's payment dominance, why it has a good chance to succeed, some of the hurdles it has to overcome. And we can have a look at Ledger Insights, in-depth, cross-border CBDC, Enbridge, and the coming payments fragmentation. And as we scroll down, there's been much talk about the coming fragmentation of payments, a key driver in geopolitics and the use of SWIFT for sanctions. Countries that fear they could be next have started looking for alternatives. Technology isn't necessarily the driver of fragmentation, but it is the enabler. Some envisage the cross-border CBDC project Enbridge as one of the platforms that could break SWIFT's stranglehold over cross-border payments. Launching in mid-2024 with a minimum viable product, Enbridge involves the Bank of International Settlements and the Central Bank of China, Hong Kong, Thailand, and the UAE. We can see from Quant's video, they highlighted Enbridge. Things are looking very interesting for 2024. So I'm not going to go through the whole of the document, but you can see the narrative there, the narrative heading towards Enbridge. And we can see where Quant is going and what's happening within the Quant network. So all looking rather juicy, enough to pucker those lips up. So there you go. Please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any further videos. All the best, and I'll catch you later.